What's up, guys? It's Clown Fight here. Today, guys, I'm just going to be doing a bit of Dana White slash Jon Jones exposing. Now, before I start the video, guys, just do want to let you know I have come down with a little bit of a bug, so if my voice is a bit rough, it's just because I got the bug, so just ignore it for now. Again, I'm just going to do the breakdown on the video as I usually do. I'm going to be looking to get back onto regular daily uploads, so don't worry, guys. But anyways, guys, I want to touch on this. So as I said, I'm going to show you this clip and I'm just going to give you my take. So this is Dana White in the post-press conference between Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. He was giving his thoughts after the fight on maybe Islam being a pound for pound one of the greatest. So he gives his thoughts, and then obviously he mentions Jon Jones. Now I'll give you my thoughts, guys, so I'm just going to play the clip and then I'll jump in where I can. So let's go.
Right here. Joe Rogan on the broadcast called Islam the perfect lightweight, and they're just the size, his style of fighting, just his fight IQ. I'm curious, like, where do you rank him in this pantheon of lightweights that we've seen over the years?
Yeah, I think he's, one of the greatest of all time. I think he's incredible. I don't think he's the pound for pound best fighter in the world. For anybody to call Islam the pound for pound best fighter in the world when Jon Jones is still fighting is nuts and shouldn't be ranking in the pound for pound or doing any of the rankings ever, if that's what you really think. Jon Jones has never lost a fight ever. He's fought all the baddest dudes in the world. And then when you think about what pound for pound rankings really mean, he moved it up to heavyweight and destroyed the best guy in the world.
Okay, guys, lot of stuff that's been said there by Mr. Dana Baldy White. Oh man, where do I start with this guy? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, basically Dana White was asked about Islam Makhachev. He's basically asked about Islam Makhachev. He's on a run now. He's actually defeating decent opponents, guys. Like obviously Khabib had a good run. Islam, he's defeated quite a lot of opponents. To be fair, let's have a look who he's actually beaten. To be fair to the guy, Islam's resume is looking decent. I'd say decent. Like he beat Charles Oliveira, very good fighter. I like Charles Oliveira, guys, and I think he's underrated. But beaten by submission, easy. Beat Volkanovski twice, but Volkanovski came up in weight. And then he's just beaten Dustin Poirier. To be fair to Islam, his record in recent, I'd say in the last couple of years, last 2 years maybe, it's starting to look very good now. Could I say Islam Makhachev is pound for pound number one? I wouldn't say it's pound for pound number one. He'd probably have to go up to welterweight and maybe beat someone like Leon Edwards, come back down, defend his belt. Then maybe he'll have an argument. But as of right now, I wouldn't call him pound for pound number one. But I definitely would say he's up there, maybe in the top 3, top 4. Who is actually pound for pound? Let's have a look, man. UFC pound for pound. Oh, that's a joke. That is. Oh shit. They put Islam at number 1. Well, do I agree with this? This is actually this is something I didn't expect. I thought they kept Jon Jones at number 1. You know what? Jon Jones ain't even active anymore. So you know what? I take that back, guys. I would have put him in the top 3 definitely. To be fair, he's defended his belt. Volkanovski's come up. I would have probably would have put him at... it's a tough one, guys. Again, I don't know what to say with this one, to be fair. Jon Jones don't bloody fight. If he fought more often, 100% Jon Jones is number 1. But the guy doesn't fight and he avoids people. Leon Edwards was number 3. That's quite crazy, to be fair, when you think about it. Alex Pereira number 4. Alex Pereira's gone up in weight, to be fair. I don't know, guys. I don't know where I'd put Islam. I definitely think he's somewhere in the top 3. But number 1, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. You let your thoughts below. Maybe he is number 1, but I don't know even if I'd class Jon Jones as number 1 right now, guys. The guy's not active. But anyways, I won't give you my thoughts on who I think should be pound for pound number 1. It's actually a difficult discussion. I'm going to go back to this and let's just continue. So he's obviously said, while Jon Jones is still fighting, Dana White is basically believing Jon Jones should be number 1 while he's still active. Okay, Jon Jones' last fight, guys. Let's have a look when this guy fought last year. Jon Jones, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've always liked Jon Jones, especially back in the day. Obviously, in recent years, his record's gone a bit... With all his little tainted stuff, it's a bit hard to like Jon Jones with his controversial things. So the last time he fought, guys, it's been a year now. And... he hardly fights, guys. Like, fucking hell, man. The guy hardly, like, don't get me wrong, yeah. I do agree he's probably one of the best but he hardly fights. He's not active, guys. Look, man, the guy's had, in the last 6 years, the guy's had 5 fights. It's not even 1 fight a year, guys. Man's doing 1 fight in 2018, 1 fight in 2019, 2 fights in 2019, 1 fight in 2020, and 1 fight in 2023. The guy's not active enough, guys. So, to be fair, I wouldn't actually class Jon Jones as pound for pound number 1 right now because his activity is too low. However, if he fought someone like Tom Aspinall, who he's been avoiding, it would be a whole different discussion. Now, I think Dana White is saying this because there's a fight coming up and he just wants to make Jon Jones a bit more relevant. Like, again, is there an argument Jon Jones should be number 1 right now? My opinion, I agree he should be number 1, but I just don't see in the activity. He beat the best heavyweight, Ciryl Gane. I don't think Ciryl Gane's the best heavyweight, guys. Dana White's just trying to sell wolf tickets. Ciryl Gane is a guy that lost to Francis Ngannou, don't forget. Ciryl Gane is a guy who obviously lost to Jon Jones. For me, he avoids fighters. He ducks people, guys. He ducks Curtis Blades. He ducks Tom Aspinall. He said to Tom Aspinall, I don't want to fight you. Then once he got the bout, he's like, oh, now I do. He's a ducking guy, guys. I don't like the guy like that. And Jon Jones is also a ducking guy. So this is in my opinion, Dana White just trying to sell the next fight for Jon Jones. That's my opinion.
As long as Jon Jones is still fighting, active, and in the rankings, yeah, nobody's pound for pound best fighter in the world.
Yeah, as long as Jon Jones is active, fighting, and in the rankings, okay. The last time he fought was a year ago. He's had an injury, and now he's fighting Stipe. Like, Stipe. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Stipe is not good, but Stipe has lost to Francis Ngannou. He's lost to Daniel Cormier. He's on a downward decline. He's up there in age. You could say it's an easy fight for Jon Jones. For Jon Jones, maybe. I don't know. It might be a good fight. I'm not saying not writing Stipe off, but Dana White's literally trying to prepare to sell us wolf tickets, guys. All those UFC fighters, guys, who watch UFC, this is Dana White's attempt to sell wolf tickets because that fight between them and Stipe is going to happen this year. That's my opinion.
Kind of go off that. Islam said he wanted that second belt. He wanted to go to welterweight. Is that something that, I know you have that welterweight title fight coming up. Is that something maybe you'll discuss with him, or do you want him to stick at lightweight?
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't said anything like that to us, so we'll see.
So Islam says he wants to go to welterweight to fight Islam, and I'll be honest, guys, I'd pick Islam. I'd pick Leon Edwards to beat Islam Makhachev because, in my opinion, even with Dustin Poirier, don't get me wrong, he beat him in the 5th round. He was dominant towards the end, but he got pieced up by Dustin Poirier. Now, if you want to go up to Leon Edwards' weight class, the guy is bigger than you. He's got decent wrestling. Kamaru couldn't keep him down. I don't know. I think Leon Edwards will beat Islam Makhachev. But if he wants to do it, go for it. It'll be a good fight. But I think he needs to stay at his weight class and defend the bout. I hate this up and down stuff, guys. Go up, take someone else's bout, but don't defend it. Double champ shit. Be a great. Defend your fucking bout 10, 20 times. Become one of the greatest of all time of your weight class, like Anderson Silva back in the day. I would say Jon Jones back in the day, but these days the guy's gone hiding or something. He just appears when he wants to appear.
Yep.
Just to go back to Islam, he's now on a 14-fight winning streak, which is the 3rd longest in history behind Anderson Silva and Usman. What would it take for him to surpass Jon Jones in your mind for that pound-for-pound number 1?
So I didn't know he was on a 14-fight winning streak, and I did show you the record at the start. To be fair, he actually is. So fair play to him. If he's catching up to the Anderson Silvas and Jon Jones, in my opinion, Islam should stay at light heavyweight and just demolish that division, guys. Like, give these people rematches who can't beat him and fuck him up as well, guys. By that time, he would be down as one of the best, in my opinion. I'm not saying greatest, but yeah. So let's see what Dana White says. He's got a funny smirk on his face when he got asked this. How does he become the greatest of all time?
I mean, when you think about what pound for pound really means, right? He fought Volkanovski, who's a weight class lower than him. Jon Jones beat everybody at light heavyweight, then beat the best heavyweight in the division like it was nothing.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit. Beat Ciryl Gane, the best heavyweight in the division, like it's nothing. Ciryl Gane's been exposed, guys. Ciryl Gane's got no wrestling. As soon as you take that guy down, guys, the guy panics. He starts doing leg locks. If Tom Aspinall took that guy down, he'd be over. He's got good stand-up. He's probably got the best stand-up in the game, in the heavyweight division. The guy floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. I like his style. But if you're going to say to me, Ciryl Gane's the best heavyweight, the guy just ducks people. Bullshit, man. It's just guys trying to sell wolf tickets.
at a higher weight class.
So, I mean,
Jon Jones is absolutely positively the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Probably the greatest fighter of all time in any sport. When you talk about who's the baddest dude in the world, you put two guys in a room and who walks out, Jon Jones walks out of the fucking room every time.
The way he's saying this is he knows how to sell it, guys. It's hard for me to disagree with what he's saying. Don't get me wrong. If you put Jon Jones in the room with a lot of heavyweights, he'd walk out. He'd be the one walking out. However, I know one heavyweight which he may struggle to walk out of that room, guys. Can you guess who it is? Tommy Aspinall, Tommy Aspinall, da 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 da. Tommy Aspinall. So those eyes you popping out, your beady eyes, Dana White. You ain't Usyk, but those beady eyes. Remember, there's a guy called Tom Aspinall in the corner. He's just lurking. He's been asking for the Jon Jones fight. He would destroy your company's business. If you give him that fight, you know for a fact your company business is over. This is your last chance to sell wolf tickets to people, to convince the people that Stipe versus Jon Jones is going to be the best fight of all time. Bullshit. If Jon Jones steps up to the plate and he fights Tom Aspinall and he beats him, guys, hands down, I will be saying it to every single person I know. Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. But if you're going to run around and act like a avoiding type of guy, then you're going to get exposed, because I expose people, guys. Dana White's being sly here, guys, calling him the greatest of all time. He beat the best heavyweight if he walks into the room. Yeah, if he walks into a room with most heavyweights, Jon Jones would walk out, apart from Tom Aspinall.
No question about it.
yeah. And in no way trying to diminish Jon's accomplishments, but he's fought, but he's fought once in the last however many years. Islam's fighting multiple times a year, defending. So at what point does activity outweigh Jon?
Okay, let's see Dana White now. Dana White got asked, what about the activity? Because I showed you the records, guys. Remember at the start, Islam's got way more activity. I'm not saying Islam's better than Jon Jones. Wow. Based off activity, you could justify his spot in the pound per pound rankings, but Jon Jones hasn't been active in my opinion. And let's see what he says.
It's beautiful. I like that you asked that question. Let's talk about activity. 3 years off.
Oh, now he wants to pull the 3 years off card. When that 3 years off shit was going on and they were trying to make the Francis Ngannou fight and stuff, Jon Jones was like, he's not taking the fight. I don't know what Jon Jones is doing. Now all of a sudden, the 3 years off, you're going to try and justify it. He's going to use Muhammad Ali as references. Watch this guy.
Nobody, not even Ali. Nobody's ever come from 3 years off and looked the same. Jon Jones walked through the number one guy in the heavyweight division.
Man, this guy, man, he's trying to sell Ciryl Gane, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I rate Ciryl Gane, but he's been exposed. Jon Jones saw the guy's got no wrestling. Jon Jones looked at him and said, hang on, this is a perfect fight for me. I'll double leg him, take him down. He struggled against Francis Ngannou. The guy was doing leg locks, guys. Who the fuck does leg locks on the ground? He gave up a position where he was actually winning. No, fuck that. Ciryl Gane was on top. My man gave up a leg lock position to do it. No, my man gave his position. He could have won that fight. The guy's ground game IQ is so low. He gave up that position, guys, to do a leg lock. How can he be the greatest heavyweight of all time? You think Tom Aspinall would give that position up? No way. Tom Aspinall wouldn't have got taken down as well. So, bullshit.
Like it was nothing with 3 years off.
No, I'm not disputing Jon Jones's performance against Ciryl Gane was good. I thought he was sick, but I never saw Jon Jones stand up. He was he was in a rush to get this guy down because he knew he could take him down. But if it was a proper fight, like Tom Aspinall, who you're going to struggle on the ground with as well, who's going to give you competition, you have to show your stand-up skills as well. We haven't seen Jon Jones' stand-up skills for 3 years, guys. He ran into that fight, he took him down, he submitted him. Now he's after an easy, quick Stipe fight because he knows with a young, hungry, fresh line like a Tom Aspinall, he would be shitting it.
Yeah, Jon Jones is the best ever. Ever. And when I say ever, I mean in any combat sport. He's the best ever. You throw Jon Jones in a room with anybody, Jon Jones walks out of the room.
Throw him in the room with Tom Aspinall then. I'll pay money to see this, guys. Look, put Tom Aspinall in the room, put Jon Jones in the room, close the doors, let's see what happens. Put him in the octagon. Why ain't that being mentioned, guys? Why is he getting thrown in with Stipe? If he's the interim champ, the guy's got a belt. Why are you throwing him in with a 42, 43-year-old that no one wants to see that fight? Everyone expects Jon Jones to win. Now, even if Jon Jones loses, Jon Jones' legacy will be tarnished. If you got that smile on your face, you bowly bastard, Dana White, put him in a room with Tom Aspinall. Forget the Stipe fight, and then I will back your case. I will jump on your side and say you're right. But guys, Jon Jones has been avoiding Tom Aspinall. He's been taking hands off people's shoulders. My man doesn't even want to do face-offs. He's doing a Tyson Fury situation in the heavyweights. Guys, I think there's a problem with this heavyweight scene, guys. You know, the best of the best fighters. Like, they think they're the best. Why do they avoid people? Tyson Fury got exposed by Alexander Usyk. He probably would have got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Turkey's giving him so much money he can't say no to. Now, the UFC doesn't have that much money. But I'm telling you now, you put Jon Jones in the ring with Tom Aspinall, and if Jon Jones comes through him, I will put my hands up in the air and says, I was wrong. I will never doubt Jon Jones again in my life. From what I've seen, the guy is running scared. Fight Tom Aspinall, and if you beat him, there's no more arguments. If you are really the greatest of all time, fight the best of the best. Don't fight an old fucking man in Stipe. What? You're just going to save your legacy? He can't be the... Dana White's just chatting shit here. Put him in a room. Put Jon Jones in a room with most heavyweights, he'll walk out, apart from one. Tommy Aspinall. Tommy Aspinall. Jon Jones is becoming the Tyson Fury of the UFC, in my opinion. He is. So, don't let this guy run away, guys. Saudis, get involved. Turkey Al Sheikh, get involved. Put the money on the table. Make the Tom Aspinall fight. Give Jon Jones fucking 50 million. That guy's going to be shitting his fucking bricks. But he may do a cut. He may do like an injury, like Tyson Fury. But make him fight Tom Aspinall and see what happens. He's going to get exposed.
John's saying he's fighting Stipe November 9th in New York. Is that fine?
I love it.
Yeah.
Of course you love it, you bastard. It's an easy fight for Jon Jones. He gets to retain his legacy and you get to sell wolf tickets to people.
Nothing's official yet, though, obviously.
Yeah, I'm in.
Knock on wood. Put him in Tom Aspinall, you bastard. But yeah, guys, look at this smiley face and Dana White's face, man. He's just protecting Jon Jones. But guys, I'm not going to make it any more longer. Again, I know a lot of people who watch my content mainly watch boxing. But guys, I'm a fan of both sports. A very, very big fan. So I will be covering more MMA content. And hopefully, guys, the people that watch boxing, I can, hopefully you lot can cross over and... especially like the heavyweight scene, I will be covering it. I will probably covering all the other divisions as well. But... I do have a lot of knowledge with UFC, to be honest, guys. That is my forte, if I'm going to be honest with you. So that's going to be my video, guys. As I said, don't let this Jon Jones guy run away. He's running away like Tyson Fury. He's doing the Tyson Fury in the UFC. The difference is there's not enough money to make these crazy fights, which is unfortunate because the best should be fighting the best, not people ducking. We need the Saudis involved in UFC, maybe. I don't know. But guys, that's going to be my take. That's me exposing Dana White and exposing Jon Jones. As I said, I would agree that Jon Jones would be the pound for pound one if he was more active. The guy's not fought in the last 2-3 years once. And he fought a heavyweight that's already been kind of exposed from his ground game. Nothing special from Jon Jones. If Jon Jones beats someone like Tom Aspinall, it would change my whole view on Jon Jones. I would never say a bad word about Jon Jones. I'd be praising him till the end. Even though he's got a tarnished record, I would say, you know what? You can't say nothing. The guy is the best. Fight Tom Aspinall. Make it happen. You beat him. There's no argument. But that's going to be my video, guys. Catch you in the next one.